Okay, another rectangle problem where we have one of the acute angles inside the rectangle given as equaling 64. We're going to find all of the other angles, not just x. So we're going to get started right here. Because it is a rectangle, we have four right angles, this being one of them. Angle ADC is a right angle, so if that's 90, 90 minus 64 gives us 26 for the angle adjacent to the 64 degree angle, so that angle is 26. So I'm going to continue this way, and I'm going to say this triangle EDC is an isosceles triangle because the diagonals are congruent to each other and they bisect each other, so all four of these segments are congruent. In particular, segment ED is congruent to segment EC, so therefore the two base angles of an isosceles triangle have to be congruent. So if we have one 26-degree angle for a base angle, the other base angle over here, angle DCE, is also 26. Continuing looking at that triangle, we have two angles that each measure 26. We can add those two numbers together. 26 plus 26, so 26 times 2 is equal to 52. Subtracting that from 180, we get the missing angle. The vertex angle of that isosceles triangle is 128, so that's right here. And then I'm going to continue looking at the triangle yet another way, and I'm going to say, looking at the diagram another way, I'm going to say those two angles that I just marked off form a linear pair, so therefore they must add to equal 180, so 180 minus 128 brings us back to the 52 that we just had. So the angle to the right of the 128, that angle has to equal 52. And then we're going to continue while we're there. Say vertical angles are congruent, so we have another 52-degree angle, and likewise we have another 128-degree angle. Now you can continue quite a few different ways. I'm going to say these two angles add to equal 90, so 90 minus 26 brings us back to the 64 that we started the problem with, so this angle is equal to 64. Over on the right we have another isosceles triangle to look at, and the two base angles there have to be congruent, so if one base angle is 64, the other base angle has to be 64, or the angles for that triangle have to add to equal 180. You can also look for alternate interior angles such as this 26-degree angle and this 26-degree angle that I'm adding in. Those are alternate interior angles formed by parallel lines, so they have to be congruent. The triangle at the top has to add to equal 180, or another pair of alternate interior angles have to be congruent, or the base angles for triangle ABE have to be congruent. So in any case, we can get 26 for angle BAE quite a few different ways, and likewise the angle right below that to the left is another 64-degree angle for a whole bunch of different reasons. Hopefully that helps. Good luck.